Philip, a critical game this Sunday afternoon in Pittsburgh, and you're going to be without two of your starting offensive linemen, without Braden Smith and without Anthony Costanzo. You've had quite a few scenarios this season in which you've rotated some guys into that O line. What are those maybe different rotations that you worked through this week in preparation of a scenario that this could unfold in this circumstance without AC and Braden?
Yeah, certainly. We'll certainly miss AC and Braden. Obviously, those guys, along with our whole group, have been playing really good football. But I think we just have a resilient group. Not just offensively, but also defense, special teams collectively. And we have a tough, mentally tough group, mentally and physically tough group. So the guys will step up and rally and find a way to get it done in their absence. Obviously, it's a huge game for both teams on the road in December. So looking forward to the challenge. There's always going to be some guys missing this time of year. You hope not, but dealing with that, and I think our guys will respond and do a nice job in their absence.
What adjustments fall on your shoulders in that scenario when you have some new guys working their way in, or different guys, backup guys working their way in against a Pittsburgh defense that's as menacing as this one is and prides itself on affecting the quarterback?
Well, I think we talk a lot as a team just about controlling what you can control. Individually, in our circle, individually, doing our job, not trying to do too much, not trying to be a hero. We can still have great individual plays and make big plays, but not forcing those, not trying to do too much. So I think myself, all of us, just doing our job, continuing to take care of the football. That's the thing we've done the best in this stretch where we've, won a bunch in a row or won 5 out of 6, 6 out of 7, whatever it is now. So it's taking care of the football. So continue to do that, be balanced, running it, throwing it. And, our defense will come to play and play great as they have all year in the kicking game as well. So I think, again, when we get in that huddle, you're going to miss Braden, miss AC. But we get in that huddle, we're going to have 11, and we're going to believe in those guys that have filled in for them. Obviously Chaz has stepped up big in other games as well, and we'll go. And so I still think the expectation is that we'll play well and find a way to score one more point than the other team, which is always our objective offensively.
One of the things that Coach Reich mentioned this week is focusing in on the little things, is making it more so about what you guys do than planning for the team that you're opposing. Is that something, focusing internally? And he talked about scaling things down as small as possible, what we can control. Is that something that more so becomes second nature to you the farther you are in your career, more so as a veteran, maybe more so when you're a younger guy? There's so many of those distractions, so many external factors that can come into play.
Yeah, I think so. I think you learn and grow and do a better job of that. The more you're around, the more years you've been in. And I also think that this team in general does a good job of that because of, I think it starts with Frank and the staff, and then it filters through the leaders and then the rest of the team, of just really keeping our world small and not changing anything now that we're in this home stretch in December, with all the different scenarios out there. Well, we just got to focus on what we can control, focus on our challenge, first focus on ourselves, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers, not worrying about the big picture and all those things. We've done a great job of truly just trying to be 1-0 each week. And so I think that'll be ever more so important this week as we go to face a tough Pittsburgh team.
Knowing that they are a pretty complete team themselves, and it's going to take a complete effort from the Indianapolis Colts offensively, defensively, and on special teams. That's something that Coach Reich touched on Friday afternoon. One thing that you guys have said, you have stacked those wins. You do have, that good momentum at this point in December. Is there something you draw upon the consistency from those wins that you guys have now stacked, and how will that really be tested against a Pittsburgh team that is really going to come with some pressure?
Yeah, well, I think it's important. Obviously, we talk about fundamentals and technique all the time, and then offensively, specifically, talking about protecting the football. I mentioned that earlier, but continue to protect the football. Our defense is doing a nice job of taking it away and truly living that one play at a time mentality. I think it's served us well. We've had some ups and downs in games, which are part of every football game, but we've been able to lean on each phase has leaned on the other phase at different times of games. And just, again, one play at a time, good play or bad play. Let's move on to the next one, snap it again, and just keep our head down and look up at the end and worry about the score towards the end. Just continue to focus on that one play, not try to do too much. And it has served us well thus far, 10 out of 14. So we'll need that same focus and approach here in Pittsburgh.
How has this team maintained that composure? You talk about the maturity as the stakes continue to climb week in and week out in the month of November, or month of December, rather. Does it purely just come down to really that mentality of focusing internally?
Yeah, I think it's a culture thing really that's been said. You go back and I know everyone's heard coach talk about it. We've talked about it since early in training camp that we weren't going to ride the wave. We weren't going to ride that wave of the wins and the losses and that emotional wave. We were just going to create our own wave with our focus and our preparation. And I think that hasn't just been lip service. It's been something we really believe in. And so I do think that that's the same mentality now that we're in the quote unquote crunch time of the season. But I think it's okay to be human and to know what's out there. Like exciting, it's exciting. We're in the midst of a playoff hunt and all those things. I don't think we have to pretend like we don't know those things, but yet it doesn't consume us. It doesn't paralyze us. We know how to focus and zero in on this task, the only thing we can control. And so, because it's fun for me to go home and talk with my boys and daughters and wife, and to call my brother and dad and talk about, oh, look, this team's here. Those things, I don't think you try to pretend like those aren't real emotions and real things, but yet you don't ride that. You don't get caught in that, and you really find a way to, again, stay in that circle and zero in when we're here, and know that that's what gets us, allows us to play well on Sundays. Is the preparation during the week, the focus during the week gives us the best chance to play our best on Sunday. And I feel like we've had a great week of preparation. Christmas, which is a great with our families and all that, but we still have to find a way to keep that focus. I think we've done that, and I think you're going to see the Colts team that's hungry, that's focused, that's got a bunch of enthusiasm, a bunch of juice, as D. Leonard would say, and it's going to be a heck of a game on Sunday.
Certainly will be a heck of a game. We're always excited to talk about, even more so excited to watch it all unfold on Sunday afternoon. Philip, appreciate the time. Thank you so much. Good luck in Pittsburgh.
Thank you.